Go.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, the Coon Prairie Ramblers are back there in the radio shop on the prairie.
Radio station.
Everybody's shaking their head at me.
Whole lot of shaking going on.
That's right.
I don't get any respect around here.
Right.
Let's start deserving it.
Just call him Rodney.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Well, we're going to do the F-bomb.
Yes, sir, we are. It is time for that. So y'all batten the hatches and assume the position. Are you red eye?
Red eye.
Here she comes.
Yeah. Oh, that's scary.
Right now, my dog is running for cover.
Have mercy. If.
Mm-hmm.
Say you woke up one morning, da-da-da-da, and you weren't a blues singer. I woke up this morning. You woke up this morning, and your spouse had amnesia. What in the world would you do? How would you start? And of course, they'd probably wake up screaming and wonder who they was in bed with.
Yeah. Well, I think they'd wake up and they'd look at you and scratch their head like,
and say, "Get your clothes on, Ethel."
Do I know you? Do I know you?
It'd probably be scary to wake up in a bed and you didn't know who you were and where you were.
It'd be like almost like your spouse had a stroke.
Yeah.
You know? Like I know
Really
a guy and his
forgetful, yeah.
wife, you know, for a little bit she didn't quite know who he was, you know.
What would you do if you woke up and your spouse
had
amnesia? What would you say? Oh, darling, this is meet our kids. Here's the cat. Here's the dog. And
you're retired. You don't have to go to work now.
This is your name.
Darling, do you have amnesia? No, you wouldn't do that.
No, you wouldn't do that.
First of all, the first thing is you wouldn't know that they had amnesia, and then you'd think, things aren't quite right.
Exactly.
Until they ran screaming out of the house.
Why is she acting like that? And then when she says, who are you?
Who are you? Where am I?
Then you're thinking, uh-oh.
What planet is this?
Yeah.
I know I'm forgetful, but this is beyond forgetful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a scary feeling for the person, but would you try to orient them back into who they were, or would you deceive them?
Michelle, if your husband, Jim, woke up and then you finally came to the point where you ascertained that he had lost his memory.
Right.
Since
he's hard of hearing, I'm used to. Yeah, I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
You would want him to go to work or something?
Not if he couldn't remember who he was, because he might not remember what he's supposed to be doing there.
And where he come
working
back
in a
from?
Pharmacy? I don't think so.
No, we don't want him working in the pharmacy if he can't remember who he
That's
is.
what I'm talking about.
Hey, man, I want him to do something. Go to work.
I would think, first of all, he's very hard of hearing, which he's probably not going to appreciate me saying that on radio. But anyway, it's out there now.
All husbands were.
There you go. So I'd be yelling at him,
Yeah.
so like he's not paying attention to me. I say, "You're not paying attention to me,"
Yeah.
and then being confused would be like, "You're just not paying attention to what I'm saying."
But
I think it would take a little bit for me to actually ascertain that it was true. That
right.
Yeah.
He wasn't playing with you.
Okay.
Messing
Right,
around
playing
with
with me, right?
He says, I'm not sure. Who are you? Who are you?
Because he's got a sense of humor. He would be one of those jokesters.
You might think he's playing.
He's playing around. Yeah.
But what you do when you figured that it was real, you'd probably want to take him to the hospital or something.
Right.
Hey, I did that with my wife one time, but I didn't know. I was just playing. Well, what it was, I went to the neighbor's house, and it was real late. It was real late. It was
No
dark,
wonder you were pretending you had amnesia.
and I was over there, and she called me on my cell phone, and I answered the cell phone. I said, "Hello," and she says, "Where are you?" And I said, "I don't know where I'm at."
Oh, Lord.
And it went on, and it kept on going, and then all of a sudden she got very serious. She says, "Well, honey, okay, what's
around you?"
Where? I said, "Well, there's this lady." Well, she said, "Well, let me talk to that lady." It was the neighbor. So I gave her to the neighbor, and she was, and I sat there thinking, "Golly, she believed me."
And you in trouble now.
She thinks I'm like. Got amnesia or
Boy, you in a heap of trouble.
down in Northport or someplace like that.
Oh, wow.
And then
because you're so serious, see, we think that if you're serious about things, it's something that
Well, the thing is, I play around with her all the time, but you know what?
That was serious.
But since I'm 18 years older than her, and she's probably thinking
you had every right to be old and senile.
This guy's, he's going to be, checking out one of these days here,
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, God, I couldn't believe that she actually believed that I had gone dementia or something, and I was lost.
You were in a heap of trouble after that, wasn't
See,
you?
now I'm the type of person that people. My husband plays around with me a lot, like I said, but if he tells me something, I believe it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
Right.
the truth. It's the truth. If something happened, like whatever, when I first met him, he told me he was 25 years old and I was 23. He told me he was 19 and I believed him.
Really?
Yes. So I didn't want to go out with him because he was 19.
He was a kid.
Yeah, so there were things that I'm a person that believes everything. He'll tell me something. I said, "Is that true?"
Yeah.
No. I said, "Well, don't tell me things
I heard
unless
that.
you know."
Well, Michelle,
So she was like
you
that.
go into the jail as a chaplain, so the people, all these people are going to be telling you stuff.
Oh, I know, but you know, when you go in as a chaplain and you have discernment from God, is a different thing.
Yeah.
You know who's when you've been doing it a long time. You know who's who and who's not who. If that makes any sense.
Who's who and who's not who?
Right?
Yeah.
Who's putting you
And
on?
who's not who? That's
Right.
important.
Yeah. Who's putting you on and who's just
Who's pulling your leg and who
Right.
ain't? Wow.
And there's always somebody that will try to pull your leg and go. You
They
know
made
what?
a movie about this a while back. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
She fell overboard. It's called Overboard, and she had amnesia, and he had a crush on her or something. I didn't see the movie, but the premise of it is he tells her that she's married to him and all of his kids belong to her, and she's real rich or whatever. He takes her home to some dump and all these ratty kids and stuff, and she thinks that's her family.
Yeah.
And the whole movie, she has amnesia.
Huh.
And
Did she ever
in
recover?
the end, I think she finds out that, and then the question is, does she stay or does she go? I've never seen the movie, so I'm not going to spoil it, but that'd be great fun, I
Does
think.
she stay in the Poorville with all the kids, or does she go back to being rich? I don't know.
I need to see that movie. It's a very popular movie, Overboard.
I've heard of it.
There's people that watch it every time it comes on TV, but anyway,
I bet you didn't do that play like that with your wife again, did you?
Well,
Or maybe
if so,
you-
she go knocking on his
probably
head,
did.
so
the
he will
problem-
forget
the
who he
problem
is.
Colin Wolf,
Crying wolf, like
you
the
know,
boy
if
that
right.
cried wolf.
it did happen to me, she wouldn't believe me.
You'd be stuck
she-
somewhere else, and
Yeah.
you see Mel on the 11 o'clock news. Do you know who this man is?
Yeah.
He's
He's down
He has
there
dementia.
playing games again.
that's right, and she wouldn't call.
Well, she did call. She said, "Just get home, will you?" "Oh, I don't know where I'm at. Just get
Well,
home."
she might leave you there. That way she knows she can get rid of you.
Oh.
That's right.
Is your-
Especially if you ain't got identification on you.
Oh, that's right. If you go over to the neighbor's house, you probably wouldn't have had time to put your wallet and things like that and sort of figure out who you were.
Yeah.
Wow.
Of course, now if you're like my husband, everybody knows who he is. So
Yeah.
Luke would say, "I know him," or
Yeah,
somebody would see him. "I know
Hey,
him."
when I see your husband and he's not in Walmart, I'm thinking he's looking out of place.
That happens to him a lot.
He ain't in the right place. He belongs over there.
That happens to him a lot, and
That throws me off sometimes. Not with him, but other people
but
like,
yes.
who is that person? I know him from somewhere.
Yeah.
I think I got amnesia, or at least getting dementia.
Well, forgetful. I'm more forgetful than I used to be. You get to the point where I got to go to a room to do whatever. Mm-hmm. And
You get there
I
and
don't
you can't remember.
Why was I walking in this room? Why was I walking?
Well, if you
in
find
this
yourself in the bathroom, it's probably not. You can eliminate the possibilities of what you're supposed to be doing in there.
Well, you can
Trust me,
eliminate that, yes.
the urge
because
will come over you, and you'll know what to
if
do.
you're a man, yeah, because women go in there to, they'll brush their hair, or, things like that. But
Yeah, pluck their eyebrows
Yeah.
and wax her
which is hard to do when you wear
mustaches
glasses.
off and stuff.
That's hard to do when you wear glasses because you take off your glasses, you can't see where the eyebrows are anyway. So that's why they look the way they do.
There you go.
Yeah. If I go into the upper room to get something, and then all of a sudden I'm thinking, why did I come in here? Why did I leave that?
I think that's
over here?
natural.
So I'll stand
all do
there.
some of
That didn't happen
I'll
to me
just stand
for a
there and
while.
look. And then my wife, when she sees me doing that, she'll say, "What did you forget?" I'm thinking. I'm trying to remember what I.
Make yourself a list before you go to the next room.
Oh no!
Then when you
I
get in there,
I
pull it
told you,
out.
I'm
I
not
have
a
little
good
sticky
list guy.
notes.
I'm a list guy.
I have a little sticky notes, and I actually have a board in my home that has you can write on and dry erase, and you can erase it.
We have that.
Put things on there.
Just
yeah.
like that board there.
Yeah, but my husband doesn't look at it. I said it's on the board. I didn't look at it. I don't pay attention to that. Okay.
So, if your spouse had amnesia, would you mess with him and say, "Honey, you know that you don't ever let me do anything around here. You insist that I sit there on the couch and watch the ball game while you do all the vacuuming and the cleaning and stuff, and you don't let me lift a finger. You're such a good wife."
if I thought he was kidding, I probably
appreciate
would.
you so
I probably
much.
would play in it, but
Or
Would you mess
could-
with him?
You could do this. You think, well, you know what? It's about time to make a change. And since she doesn't remember anything, I was thinking, hey, strange lady, why are you here? Maybe should we?
how many years are you married?
Well, say, honey,
21.
and you know you hate shopping. You really don't hide all her jewelry. And you hate jewelry.
Yeah.
Then you go hawk all the jewelry and keep the money yourself. And honey, I know how much you love to wash and wax my truck out there. And so
That's
there it
about
is.
all I could do is get some labor because she ain't got no money.
Oh, we ain't got none either, but you have to trade it off for something. And
Yeah, I couldn't say grocery shopping because she does that on his own.
And that, you know how much
anyway.
you love to mow the yard. You like riding that lawnmower out there
And get that
you
weed
just-
eater out. You love doing that
You
weed
just won't
eater.
let me do any of that
You
stuff.
love pulling on that thing there. You just love
Yeah.
that.
And she's out there mowing the lawn. You know, my wife has never mowed the lawn.
Oh boy,
But she's out there mowing the lawn. Like
running over all
yeah.
your plants and
I'm
stuff.
thinking,
Ooh.
Chickens.
And she's sitting there thinking, "Wow, I hate this." And I used to like to do this.
Yeah, but then when something happens, she gets knocked on the head and comes back to her senses, and there she is out there polishing the truck or mowing the yard. You are dead meat when she
she'll
gets
sit
back in the house.
In the middle of polishing the truck, and say, "Wait a minute."
Then she goes in, can't find none of her
It all
jewelry,
comes
and
back to me.
the house has been repainted another color because
Yeah.
she painted it, and everything looks like you turn the house into a man cave.
Yeah.
And then she finds that out.
Yeah.
Or there's plants everywhere instead of just outside.
That's exactly right.
Or I've got a new straddle.
Or just 20 more dogs.
I got a
have.
piece of furniture
20
that
more
doesn't
dogs.
match the other because everything's got a match.
That's right.
You know, they all color code and all that.
Nah.
And you got a motorcycle out there in the garage and a fishing boat.
And I have a kennel with many more dogs out there. You told me you wanted
Yeah.
more dogs.
That's right.
You didn't
Yeah.
want. You
See how
didn't want
long
to
she'll
stop
buy
at two.
that.
I got rid of her chickens.
That's right. And then she'll whack you in the head and you'll have amnesia.
Yeah, then I'll be in the
Take
chicken
turns. You'll be out there. You know you like to sleep with them chickens. Get out there and roost.
house.
Walk around pecking on the ground, eating them worms and bugs and stuff.
Man, like Nebuchadnezzar.
My goodness. I mean, we're getting forgetful enough as we age. I get where
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
yeah, you said you-
remember
Hey,
stuff like
oh,
I
yeah.
used to.
I have been like that since I was a teenager.
No, I always
Really?
had pride myself on a terrific memory. I could memorize anything. I can memorize songs.
Really?
I
Let's
can
hear it.
memorize song lyrics. I can memorize plays.
Yeah.
As I got older, I didn't-
Really?
yeah.
I like to sing and everything, but I have to concentrate on memorizing a song, and then once I've sung it, I forget it. I forget how it goes.
Well, I used to be in a little
I
theater.
forget the words.
We stopped being in a little theater because my memory wasn't as good. And I said, if you want me to be the narrator, I could be the narrator.
Yeah.
But as far as memorizing lines, that doesn't happen much anymore. But
Yeah.
I had a great memory when I was younger.
Yeah. No, I never.
Well, boys and girls, we're about out of time for today. I hate to say it. We
Oh, come
appreciate
on.
having Michelle as our guest today.
It was
Maybe
fun to
have
be
her back
here.
another time and she'll come. But we're
With
going to back
cookies.
on out.
With cookies.
Good cookies, all right. We got to ask that question of our late great buddy, Brother Kenneth Carlton. What's the frequency, Kenneth?
1480 AM on your radio dial. News Radio WFLN, Arcadia's news and information station.